I don't know what happened to that. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm just giving it a few minutes for people to come in. How you guys doing tonight? Yeah, I don't want this one. I got to do my other another card. Hey Benjamin, how you doing? How you doing tonight? Doing good. Very windy here. All right, on. Trying to blow in a storm or something. Has it been raining or is it gonna rain? Usually I blow in a storm when it around here if it's really windy. Just trying to get everything together for another camping adventure this weekend. We were supposed to have rain from Friday till Tuesday next week, and obviously they pushed it back until next week now. Rained a bit, but gale force winds. Yeah, it's probably trying to pull another system in or blow that one out so that another one will come in. At least that's how it happens here. It's kind of like the lightning before the rain, the lightning before the thunder. What are you up to today? Hello, how you guys doing? Thanks for joining my live stream. You guys haven't checked out my channel yet, check it out and hit that subscribe button and turn that notification on so you don't miss anything. Good to have you guys in here. Where are you guys watching from? How you doing? Japan. Right on. Breaking Bud, how you doing? Morning, mate. Must be Australia, right? Right on. Nice. Oh, okay. Is that Britain flag? It's kind of small. Europe. Right on, right on. Bro, give me a shout out. Hey, Gunsmoke. Shout out to Gunsmoke. How you doing? Check out my channel if you guys haven't seen it yet. What's going on today? Just worked and took care of some business and getting ready for this weekend. Oh, okay. Yeah, I apologize. I don't know. I didn't recognize. It's so small, little icons, but right on, right on. So I was right. I said Australian. Must be Australia. Right on. Good to see you guys in here. Yeah, I worked all day. I'm just taking a break, doing a live stream, and just was getting all my gear ready for another outdoors trip. Right on. Hey, thanks for subscribing, guys. Hit that like button too. It really helps. We have the Union Jack. We are a colony. Right on. Of Britain. Yeah, yeah. Right on. Sweet. You guys into outdoor stuff, bushcraft stuff? Outdoor camping, fishing, kayaking, that kind of stuff? That's what I do. I also build off-grid trailers, like camping trailers out of utility trailers, like the cargo type trailers. I get them all set up and off-grid, and sonar and or solar and just a whole bunch of good stuff in there in my trailers. But How you doing, Ross? How you doing? Thanks for joining my live stream. But yeah, we're gonna supposed to have a storm this weekend, but it looks like it went on through. So I'll be able to set up a hot tent or try out a hot tent. I probably won't use a, a, a stove in this one because it's so warm. It is kind of cold a little bit at night. How you doing, Gunsmoke? How you doing? How you doing, Emmett? Good to see everybody. Kind of cool, yeah. Yeah, I do a lot. I also do hammock camping as well. How you doing? Out in the woods, set up a hammock and a tarp above the hammock or a big old canopy. So that's what I'm going to do this weekend is get my canopies out and set up a tent. That's a new tent that I've got. Sweet, hit that like button, guys. It really does help. But it's pretty cool. So I'll set it up and try to do a live stream out on my property this weekend. So just getting some stuff ready. Thought I'd do a live stream, see who's all out there. I like to build mud mowers. Right on. Right on, right on. Yeah, I was gonna head up to my land and do some grass cutting, but I might do it tomorrow. Got to get that grass cut so that I don't itch so bad when I go out there. That grass is pretty tall now that it's been raining every weekend. Fishing, camping, 4x4 hunting. Yep. Yeah, we do all that for sure. I thought about taking my '97 Dodge Ram and putting a big old lift on it and setting up on the land and making a great big old. I got a huge hill on my land that I love to climb. What kind of tractor are you gonna use to mow your lawn? Brush hog or skid steer? No, I already cleared the land. A big section of the land, maybe about a half an acre, and I'm gonna go up there and cut it. It's all grass now. I already cut trees down and cut them up into logs, and so yeah, I'd like to do a lot more brush hogging up there and get like an acre or two all cut down in different spots, but what I've got so far is pretty good, so I can run the lawnmower all the way up. And it takes me about I don't know, about 4 hours to cut all the grass up there. Right now it's 4:30 almost. But yeah, we'll just go through there, and I got a bunch of trees down this year, so I'll go through there and cut up some more firewood. It's nice when you don't have to pay for it. I can get all the firewood I want. Yep. I thought about clearing like a trail going up this huge. It's a huge hill. It's almost like a great big mountain, but it's not as steep. In some areas, it's kind of steep. I take my four-wheeler all the time up there, but I thought about making the road a little bit wider and taking the Dodge up there and doing some four-wheel drive, 4x on my land. At least it'd make a nice trail for me. It's got like a 6-inch lift on it right now and 35s, but I'd like to put at least an 8-inch or a 10-inch lift on it, and maybe some 37s on 17s. It's good enough for me. And then I don't know what I'll do with the paint. Right now it's like almost like an emerald green, but I thought about camoing it or doing some really cool colors with it. I don't know yet though, but I definitely want to get it raised up higher. I used to have a Dodge that had a 10-inch lift on it. It was really nice. Do you do any turkey hunting? I could go hunting all the time on my land if I want during the seasons, but I haven't hunted. I just got a bunch of game cams up there, trail cams. Oh yeah, I've seen plenty of gobblers on mine. Lots of toms. Yeah, I've got hens looking for that were looking for nests, looking for, or the toms I think were going around, or the hens. But they're, I've got plenty of them. Probably got nests all over the place up there. They come in all the time, every year. But I haven't hunted. I've got everything to hunt them, and I just don't. I'd rather have the wildlife come around until I need it. At least I know that they'll be there. Yeah, but like I said, I've got deer stands and stuff set up, but I've got trail cams, so I'm trying to get some footage of what comes in. I'm trying to catch this mountain lion that's on my property, and I hope I can get it one of these times. Just got to set it near a water source. I've got a stream, two streams that come in on my land, so I'm thinking about setting them up on the streams. I usually have them up close to where all the deer are, but I'm thinking about sticking it next to the water source. That way, the water draws in all the animals. So I guarantee I'll probably get some bobcats and some a mountain lion on if I do that. So I'll probably be doing that this weekend, but I got to do a bunch of grass cutting, and then I can set up for this weekend. So, but yeah, it'll be pretty cool. Lots of stuff to do when you have land. So I've got to do a lot of work. I want to get, there's some really good deep spots on my land that I'd like to clear out and maybe build a cabin, small cabin up there. But I got to take down a few buildings too, because I used to raise all kinds of animals there. I even had turkeys, and I can actually upload on my channel. I'll upload a picture of all my toms. I had them since they were chicks, and then I just raised them till they're huge, and then one day I just stopped putting them away. Out there on my land, you've got to put all your animals away at night, otherwise they get eaten. We got coyotes and foxes and gray wolf and everything that comes in and just tears all the animals up. So, but I let them go, and then the good thing about turkeys is they get up in them trees at night and they roost, and so I didn't worry about the turkeys as much. I just picked up 16 ducklings. Me and my wife are gonna raise them up this year. Awesome. Yeah, I did a lot of that kind of stuff, and got the swimming pools, and the ducks would go crazy and in the swimming pools while all the great big old turkeys stood around and drinking out of the pool. Crazy. Those animals are crazy when you get them all together. But yeah, I had guineas, ducks, white turkey, what are those kind of turkeys? The wild colored turkeys, and then chickens and roosters and pigeons and all kinds of animals. The craziest ones are the guineas. Benjamin, do you do anything? I read that already, but yeah. So I've had my share of animals. Even had 2 horses at one time, and I get so mad at them because they just start eating the bottom of my trees, and then they just pull the bark right up off from the bottom, strip the trees all the way around it of the bark, and they had great big old 5x5 round bales of hay. They had alfalfa bales. They had a bunch of different grass bales of hay, and they had pellets, and they had all kinds of stuff. Sweet feed, but they still, I don't know why, they ate that bark off the trees. And so I had them for about 3.5 years, maybe 4 years. And then I sold the horses, and they also did a really good job for me cleaning it all up. I had them on about an acre, and it was all grown up at one time, and put them horses inside that acre, all fenced off, and it was nothing but dirt floor. They ate everything. They're like goats. Literally, they are like goats. They will eat everything, even the bark off the trees. For sure, my parents have goats. They're great lawn mowers. Yeah, they are. Yeah, but man, they'll destroy your forest. They're probably better than the horses. I don't know if they'll eat the bark off the trees, but yeah, them goats they'll sure eat everything up. The horses did pretty good though. They ate everything too. They didn't leave anything behind. And you know what? The funny thing is, they had everything. They had all the hay they needed, and built them a great big 20 by 20 Morton building. It's still out there. How you doing, Bo? How you doing? Yeah, I have to take down the Morton building and the pigeon loft that I have out there. That's what you see in the background. If I in my last videos, in my videos on my land, if you see those two buildings, those used to be a big old chicken coop, and big pigeon loft, and but after it was a horse barn before, and then when I got rid of the horses, I put pigeons in there, put a floor in it, and framed it all up for the pigeons. Put that great big aviary on the front, but I got to tear it all down, separate it, and then clean that whole front up so it's all nice and clean. It's a really good spot to go in there, and if you have like family coming in, they all want to go camping or something. It's a great spot for everybody to camp. How you doing? But it's a great spot for everybody to go camping right there and bring their quads and their Jeeps or whatever they have and go floor buying. So I'm not too picky about if I had all my family out. If they had like four-wheelers, I'd say, man, just go for it. Got plenty of land, and I don't mind the trails. Even if I would even tell them, just make a trail. Just do the same kind of trail. If you want to zigzag, just try to do it over and over and over, and you can go around the whole land and just make me a trail. That'd be pretty cool, because then I could go off the trail. When they're all done, I'd go up there and clean the trail up, and then I'd put camps up there. So if anybody wanted to go camping up in the woods in a little different spot, they could. But doing good. Right on, right on. Good to see everybody in here. I'm just going live tonight. I didn't go live last night. I had a lot of editing to do and some other stuff to do, and so I thought I'd jump on right now and see who's all on here, and maybe talk about my next trip, my upcoming trip that I'm gonna be taking. Well, it's not a trip, but another adventure. I'm not ready to go out, go out of state yet, but eventually I will. I actually could, but I think right now I'm going to stick around here and try to do more stuff on my land. It's a lot cheaper that way. I just got to pay for the gas to get out there and then set up my camp wherever I want on all my land that I've got. So instead of paying, $250 to $300 for a campsite at the lake, I'm only half a mile from the lake, or a mile from the lake. My brother, he has land that's maybe a quarter mile from the lake. He's up closer to the lake than I am, but I like to be down in the secluded areas where it's nice and quiet and nobody's around. But yeah, I'll probably go up there, since I don't think we're going to have rain now. The weather said that we were supposed to have rain Friday until Tuesday of next week here in Missouri, but I got on there just today, and and it looks like the storm's not going to be here. So otherwise, I would have been camping and had another storm going for you guys. But I might do a live up there. It just depends, because I want to try a different spot. But I want to use a lot of my GoPro this weekend so I can get a video going for you guys. And I'm going to set up a new tent that I just got. And got a bunch of huge canopies I might put over top of it. So I might make a good video and make a nice camp up there. I just don't know how good the signal is. I'm going to try to go live for a little while, though. Everybody seems to like the lives and stuff, so I'm going to keep those lives going. But I also need more videos. So, long form videos, so that everybody has something to watch for a while. Have you guys been watching my videos for a while? Let me know. What is this? What kind of ducks did you get, Benjamin? Doing good. You're doing good. You little goat on the end of there. What kind of? I prefer the long forms. Okay, so you like long forms. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna do a couple hours, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of the next video. Benjamin, I got assorted about 10 mallards though. Right on. That's cool. I like mallards. Yeah, I like mallards. What other kind of ducks? Those wood ducks. One time I was out there and I heard the wings. You can always tell when a duck flies by because their wings whistle. And so I was sitting there on my land, and I've got a stream that had water flowing in it. And I heard that whistle come in. I'm like, what the heck? I'm out in the middle of nowhere. And I said, ducks? Where are these ducks at? So I ducked behind this tree because I heard where they went down. And they were wood ducks. Those ones that live up in, they live up in like squirrel holes in the trees. Or like if an animal went up there and made. So I go duck hunting quite often out here, but I was pretty cold this year. Yeah, so the ducks these were wood ducks, and so I got on my phone and I pulled up an app and downloaded an app, a duck call app, and I found the duck. I found those. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Emery? Thanks for joining my live stream tonight. But those ducks, Nick Diaz. Okay, how you doing, Nick Diaz? But Bo, I'll watch some of your videos. See you later on. All right. I'll be out here for a little while. But those ducks were down in the stream in a great big pool area where it pulls up, and so I got out the duck call, and I ended up I watched them for a little while, and they took off flying, and so I went over and set up a trap, and I caught the female duck. There was a little wood duck, a little brown one with these colors on its eyes and stuff on its behind its eyes. It's really pretty. But them things are so thick. Their downy are so thick. But I thought, dang, I could keep this thing and draw in the mallard. The mallard's even prettier. Or the male wood duck. It's really pretty. But I ended up letting her go. I felt bad. He took off, but he kept coming back looking for his girl. So I let the duck go, and it ended up flying off with him. But I thought, man, I could set up a trap and catch these wild ducks if I ever get hungry, or if I ever want to raise them. Wood ducks have those beautiful crowns. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You're Nick Diaz. I am. You look like him. Gotcha. I'm doing a live stream right now. What's that sound? That's my phone. Hey, how you doing, Rhonda? How you doing? Yeah, wood ducks are so awesome, so beautiful. I've got them. They visit my land every spring. Yeah, it was loud. Well, I can't help it. I guess I can turn off the volume, but I got someone calling me from my work. I'll have to call them back. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I was just talking about. Oh, she left me a voicemail. Good. I was talking about I trapped wood duck. I tried to trap the male because he looked cooler, but I got the female. But I let her go. I'm doing pretty good. Just coming on live and talking about what I'm going to be doing this weekend a little bit. I'm going to try to do another live out there, but I got to figure out where I can do a live with a good signal. Maybe your brother Nate Diaz calling you. He want to MMA train with you. That'd be cool. Right on. Yeah, so Oh, but everybody's doing good here. We're just hanging out, seeing who all's on live stream tonight. I'm looking forward to the weekend though. Thank God it's Friday, almost Friday. Yeah, I watch UFC when I have time. Yeah. So what do you got? What are you guys up to tonight though? Um, hard to tell. 1 month left before the fight. I don't know. I'd have to go and I'd have to go and check it out and see who's better. Let me see. Just relaxing after work. Right on. Yeah, I don't. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know who. Let me go back here real quick. What's what is it? How do you spell his name? Gaeth. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking up something real quick. Oh, okay. Yeah. How do you pronounce his name again? What is it? Gaith or Gaith? But he's a good fighter. He got a hard head too. He's a good fighter though. Justin, I'm talking about Justin and the other guy. Uh I mean I've seen Justin hit pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, probably Justin. We'll see. Yeah, I can go either way, right? Yeah, they're both good. I haven't watched the other guy as much as Justin, but yeah, who knows? He looks like he'd be pretty good. I'll have to watch more of his fights and see how he does. Really? Undefeated, huh? I think they're gonna I think they're gonna beat the crap out of each other, really. Because the other one, Justin's kind of hard to. He's. I don't think I've seen him get knocked out. He knocked out. Right on, right on. That's good. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to write that fight down and watch it. Yeah, hopefully if I do a live stream though, it won't be so bad like last week. Last weekend I couldn't find a good signal at all down there, so I'm gonna go up a little bit higher on my property and see if I can get a better signal though. It's pretty cool going live down there. It was cool last time with that with the rain and everything, the lightning and thunder. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yep. No, I don't. I've got a bunch of poles, so I'll just put that somewhere, take the reel off of it, throw the pole away, and or I might even keep the tip of it because the tip's fine or the top part's fine. It's just the other part where it snapped. But yeah, I'll just get a different one. I don't think I'll get a Cast King again. That was uh that was sad that day. I snapped that pole. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how well Justin does and how the other guy does too. He leads a lot though. Ilya or Elia, is that how you spell Ilya? Ilya or something. Yeah, yeah, he does. He leads. He leads the fights a lot. He pushes his opponent back a lot throughout the whole fight. So it's pretty good. But yeah, I'll get a different pole. I'm probably gonna look at um, I don't know. We'll see if I can find a nice bass rod or something. Because I think I had one of those, but we'll see what we can find. Oh, okay. Yeah, Jay Herbert. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do it. I'm gonna screenshot this. Can Who am I watching right now? I'm looking at Max Holloway right now. The fight against Max Holloway. But what kind of pole do you have, Benjamin? What kind of fishing do you do out there? Thanks for hitting that like button, guys. Thanks for all the support. I just bought it, Abu Garcia. You'd probably like the one that I have. It's not in here though. It's at one of my trailers outside. But I've got an Abu Garcia too. Yesterday it was on sale. Right on. Those are good. Those are nice poles. Lots of walleye in northern. Oh, you so lucky. I love catching them walleye in northern, man. Oh my gosh. The big ones put up a damn good fight. But definitely got to have a leader on your line at the end of your line every single time. Abu Garcia is a fishing pole, really nice fishing rod. Channel cat too. Yeah, channel cat. Those are nice. I've caught a great big channel cat. I caught a humongous blue cat one time. I seen a toad on the bank, and so I went over and grabbed a toad. And yeah, it's a really cool fishing pole. They're pretty good. But I hooked onto the soft skin of the frog and cast it out and caught this humongous blue cat. And the frog was just swimming on top of the surface, trying to go to the shore, and that big old blue cat come up and just sucked it up. It was pretty cool. Huge blue cat. And you know the funny thing about the whole entire cove that I was fishing in, I was fishing out of my kayak, and it was only like 4 feet deep the entire cove until you get out to about halfway until the lake opens up. Humongous cats come in there, great big old gars, like 6 foot gars. I've got some on my on one of my SD cards from the drone that I fly. I was like, what is that? So I lowered it down by the closer to the water, and it was a huge gar. Yeah, I'd show you the Abu Garcia that I have. I don't know if you've seen the one that's all the reel. It's a open reel, and the pole is like a blue camouflage, the whole entire pole, and the reel is a dark shiny blue. Went bow fishing for gar a couple of times with my cousins. Right on. Yeah, we got a bunch of spotted gar in the Lake of the Ozarks, and you'll occasionally you'll see. I mean, I heard stories that there's huge alligator gar in there too, but all I've ever seen is spotted gars, like schools and schools of them. I've seen some big spotted gars too. But those things are just nasty. They're nasty fish. If you're going bow fishing, what are you gonna do with the gar? You're gonna smoke it if you get them. Yeah, yeah, we got paddlefish. Yeah, I think we have sturgeon too. Yep, but we definitely have paddlefish. We got that season. Everybody goes. They just finished it, I think. April, May. I think it might be over by now. Yeah, the fight's kind of boring on this one. Max Holloway and Elia or whatever his name is, but that one's kind of boring. It's not really that entertaining to watch, but you can't keep them in Minnesota. Well, if you hit them with the bow, that's gonna, you know, not be good for the fish, but well, you just throw them on the bank or something. Oh, the paddlefish. Yeah, you. Oh, you can't keep the paddlefish up there. They don't have fishing season, paddlefish season, or spoonbill. Oh, you're saying the topiary, right? Yeah, he knocked the crap out of him. He knocked him out. I mean, he knocked him down so many times. He knocked him out. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that in Minnesota when I used to live there. We used to go fishing all the time, and they were talking about sturgeon. I never understood why they want to catch one except for to mount it, have it on the wall. I guess you could eat it though, can't you? Topuria, yeah, he knocked him out. Yep, you guys can always go back and watch my lives, watch my videos, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything, guys. I'm just saying that for people that are just coming in, or if they go back and rewatch the live. I haven't heard of anyone eating it, but I'm sure you could. Yeah, I think you smoke that kind of fish. Now spoonbill, that tastes dang good. Spoonbill is excellent. I thought spoonbill is one of my favorite. It's one of my favorites. My brother had some steaks. He used to go and he had some steaks in his fridge or in his freezer, so he thawed it out and asked me if I wanted some on the on the barbecue. I was like, heck yeah, I want to try that stuff. It's damn good. But yeah, I think if you were to eat sturgeon, I don't know. You probably smoke it if unless I mean there's a lot of good cooks out there that probably have better ideas than smoking it. But smoking fish is dang good too. They're even saying in some people out in Arizona were saying they catch carp and smoke the carp. I'm like, why would you eat a carp? We never did that kind of stuff. We were more into eating the bass and eating the catfish. And I know rich people eat the eggs. Yeah, yep, yeah. The thing about the eggs is the conservation officers make them dump out the eggs right there, so they all get put back in the water, or and then they make them. They have them. Yeah, they have them cut it up and dump the eggs and right there on site. You can't leave without showing the. Well, you could probably if he's not there, obviously. How you doing, River City? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining my live stream tonight. Good to see you back. Hit that like button on your way in. I really appreciate it. And keep watching my videos. Let's get these watch time up there. My channel's growing pretty good. YouTube's showing my videos a lot. Right on. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys ready for another live stream in the Ozarks this weekend? I'm gonna try to find a better spot because I didn't have good signal, and that was a fun camp. That was a fun cook. I had a lot of fun, but it was raining so hard, and so all my stuff got wet. Even the stove was frustrating me because I put some fat wood in there, and it got so hot that I practically melted one of my shields on my aluminum. Uh, like I think they're called like trifolds or whatever, but I think I can still use it, but it warped it a lot. So, but I've got plenty of those. But I'm gonna try a different stove this time. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just excited to do a live tonight and see if I can get more subscribers on. And I'm still trying to grow my channel. I've been editing. I did editing last night. That's why I didn't do any live streaming. But I just got to build my channel. I got to get those subscribers up there. I can't wait till I can see quite a few subscribers and get monetized, and then yeah, I'm gonna do a lot more. It's gonna be cool. Might be a little bit unless I can get a bunch of people on at once, um, but it'll be pretty cool. I'm gonna try out one of the tents, the new tents. I don't know if it'll be the hot tent. I might do the hot tent Saturday night, and I just don't think it's gonna be cold, so I might not use that. I'm hoping to be able to check it out. All right, yeah, I hope you will join. Yeah, I definitely appreciate it. Do you go back and watch my other lives, Benjamin? Do you the ones that I've uploaded? Yeah, I'll try every night that I'm out there, and then I'll also do a live when I come back home. I also thought about now that it's not going to rain, possibly the weather changes out here so much you never know. But I was thinking about getting my quad in my trailer that my quad's on too, and climbing that mountain that's on my land and doing a camp out up there on top. I've always wanted to, and so now that I've it's all green and beautiful, I could even set up a hammock in the trees and put a canopy over it, and set up some other canopies and with all my table and chairs and everything, and go camping up there. I've been up there so many times. It's so beautiful. And it's so high up. It's Man, I can't even tell you how high it is. Probably it's a few, maybe 300 feet up, maybe two to 300 feet, in between and 300 feet up. It's really really big hill up here. I consider it a mountain. I mean, it's not like a mountain with cliffs and stuff like that, but it's. I've got I've got three. I'm surrounded by three big, um, big, mountain type hills. They're huge. I don't know how anybody couldn't call it a mountain, but it's in a ravine, and so when I go up to the very top and look down, it's pretty high up there, and it looks so sweet. You can see the one of the coves off of the Lake of the Ozarks from up there, and I'm 2 miles looking east, or is it east? It might be west because I'm spun around. No, oh yeah, goes down the west. So yeah, no, it's east. It's east. So if you look east, you can see the Lake of the Ozarks from up there. And I know I can do a live up there. Live in the flatlands. I live in the flatlands, Minnesota. Yeah, yeah. I can't remember if I've seen any mountains in Minnesota. Not until I got into um, White Earth Lake, Detroit Lakes area. I think it's Detroit, not Detroit Lakes. Is it called Detroit Lakes? No, it's White Earth Lake. White Earth Lake. We have one right in the point by Eli. Yeah, White Earth Lake. Have you been there? Duluth. Yep, I've been to Duluth. Yeah, we used to go to the casino. I think in was it Duluth, in the casino in Duluth? I think it was the casino in Duluth we used to go to. Have you looked into getting a Discord server? No, I live about 45 minutes away from White Earth. No way. Yeah, they have a camp up there. Have you been to the camp? I For some reason I can't remember the name of that camp, but we went up there and rented a cabin and rented a boat. I caught my first. Was it my first on that lake? Yeah, that was the my first northern pike. I caught a bluegill off the dock and casted it out there. And I because I wanted to catch a northern. I knew they would eat the pike would eat the bluegill. And yeah, I caught a big ass pike, man. I loved it right off the dock. And my dad's like, "Oh, cool, we can cook it up." And I thought, I'm not gonna eat this thing, man. I'll go catch a bass. I'll go take the boat out, catch a great big largemouth. That's exactly what I did. I found a beaver dam. I found a great big old beaver dam that was right on the shore, but it went down. That water on that lake is so freaking clear. Oh my gosh, I'll never forget how clear that was, and it was so deep. And I was in the little John boat, and I heard this right on top of the water, just a great big old smack. And I was like, what the hell was that? And I looked down, and right under the boat, the beaver went under my boat. I watched it the whole time and went up into the nest. And I thought, dadgummit, I better get out of here. But I cast out a couple more times next to that beaver dam. Oh, I don't know, beaver house, whatever, beaver hut. And I caught a humongous, it's like a 4 pound, 5 pound largemouth bass. And we ate that. We ate that one. I took it home. And it was getting dark anyway, so I got lucky. But I haven't looked up. What did you ask me? A Discord server? What's. By the way, have you looked into getting a Discord server? I haven't. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. What's going on, World War Two? How you doing? Good to see you in here from Portugal. Hey, hit that like button up there. Hopefully you'll subscribe to my channel. Check it out too, if you haven't already. I don't know if you already have or not, but yeah, they're super clear. Yep. And a lot of times those lakes have a lot of that moss that grows up off the bottom that they like to hide in. Get my lures tangled up in that crap all the time. But a lot of largemouth, a lot of smallmouth in there too. Right on. This year it's yours, huh? That's cool. Yeah, I'd love to get back up there in Minnesota. I'm not far from it. Being here in Missouri, it's just up north. Probably take me about 10. How far did it say? Um, can't remember if it was like 12 hours, 10 hours away. The bottom part of Minnesota. But I have to check out places to go in Minnesota. But that'd be pretty cool. Fishing is great there in Minnesota. Oh my gosh, I loved it. It's 12 to Kansas City from me going on 29. Yeah, I thought it was about 10 to 12 to the border or up into. Because I was looking at places to go and camp in Minnesota. Yeah, through Fargo. Yeah, Fargo. My gosh. That is one cold ass city. I lived there for a little while. Cold as hell. Cold. And the only thing was to do there was go to the bars or go play pool or watch a movie or something. But it was so daggum cold. We just go over to our friend's house and throw CDs in and listen to music. A lot of Nirvana and shit. A lot of alternative music, man. That and Guns N' Roses and oh man, it was so fun. I love being 17 back in the day and partying, man. It was good times. Good times. Yeah, Minnesota was a bad influence on me and my brother. We ran away, went to Minnesota when we were kids. It was cool. And we were from Arizona. We were just like, let's go to Minnesota. Let's go here. Let's go there. Okay, let's go. Till my dad called the cops on us and then brought my brother home and said, just leave your brother there. He don't have to come home. He's 18. My brother was 16. He tried to get me in trouble. I'm like, what happened to taking care of your family, man? Why would you call the cops on us? Yeah, Duluth area has a bunch of forest service land. Duluth. Okay, I'll look into Duluth. You can camp. Yeah, I'll definitely look that up. I want to find somewhere that's not too far away because I'd like to go up there and do a fishing trip up there and camping and spend like a couple days up there and then come back and go somewhere else too. And so we'll see what happens. It's a little ways off. If I get a couple more really busy nights on my live stream, then it won't take very long. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. We'll see. But I'd love to go back up into Ada, Minnesota, and check it out and see my friends up there too. I don't know if they're all still there, but that and hockey games on the weekends. A lot of drinking, a lot of going to the hockey games and drinking. You know, back in the 90s, was it back in the 90s, the cops, they knew my buddy that was living there. And he was a troublemaker. But he was in and out of jail all the time. He almost had an address. He could almost use their station as his address. But they used to follow us home. We'd be drinking and we'd head into what was that damn city called? Well, I think it was Detroit Lakes area. We head up there, go to some parties, some street parties, outdoor street parties, and and then we get into. He got into a fight once, but we took off from there. But we were drinking and the cop passed us. He turned around and all he did is just kind of escort us home. He didn't pull us over and give my buddy a DUI or anything. He kind of just made sure we got home, and then he turned around and left. That's how cool the cops used to be. But long time ago, I was only 17. Well, yeah, 17. 17. Yeah, I was only 16, 17. We went back when I was 18. Then he just said, "Oh, you can stay there. I just want you back to my brother." Yeah, Detroit Lakes is fun. I worked there when I lived. Uh, yeah, lived back from working in South Dakota. Did you work on oil fields or something? On an oil rig? South Dakota, they have a lot of oil rigs, or is it North Dakota? Or is it just the whole Dakotas? All did fiber optic? Okay, underground fiber optic, I worked for a seamless gutter company up in Fargo, and I mean that it was pretty cool, but it wasn't my choice of work. But I had to pay my way, so I had to get a job up there, and working at like normal like fast food places. Never worked at a fast. Well, I did actually when I was 16. I worked at a fast food, but they didn't pay very much back then. You had to do something else like construction or different companies like that in construction. Canadian, how you doing? Thanks for joining my live stream tonight. 3 times. But yeah, 100%. I don't get political though. That's the only thing is just getting political is completely different situation. Um, because I've got common sense is my good answer. But fiber optics, did you do underground or did you do it? Because I think they, yeah, right on. Yeah, hit that like button, guys, when you're coming in. Join the conversation, or what do you let me know what you guys are up to, where you guys are watching from. Also, hit that subscribe button so I can grow my channel and get monetized one of these days. Underground, I ran the dozer to plow it in. Oh, right on, right on. Yeah, that's good work. I used to do a lot of excavating out in Utah and Arizona. I did excavating. Used to trap great big monster traco. Lots of bobcat work, but yeah, I think that if I did anything, I'd probably get into excavating because it pays really good. Yeah, that's me. That's exactly why I'm local. I'm a local truck driver now. I could not. Oh my gosh, I got married. When I got married to my wife, I was over the road truck driver, and it sucked. I was never I was home. I was on dedicated on so I was home every weekend. But all week long I was gone, and I was only home Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday morning, and then I had to be back in the truck Sunday night. But I got lucky. If I wasn't on dedicated, then I would have had to stay out because I was on Walmart dedicated up in Wyoming, Cheyenne, Wyoming, and I lived in Utah, and I was never home. I spent the weekends in my truck. I said, "Screw that crap! I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going local." So I got a local. I came out here to Missouri because my family was out. My older brother lives out here, and he's like, "There's a lot of trucking companies out here. You ought to come out here. You can buy land and save a lot of money." So I started here living out of my trailer, my camping trailer, 22-foot camping trailer. I loved it. And eventually I got this local job about almost 12 years ago. But definitely. Yeah, a lot of people want to get caught up in that political stuff. I try to stay away from it because it's just so you be talking about that stuff for hours and hours. You got a lot of opinions out there and everything. I just try to do different stuff on my lives. Hope I don't offend anybody, but this channel's not about political stuff. It's about outdoor adventures and camping and off grid stuff, bushcraft style. So I find more enjoyment out of that. But politics is just messed up anyway. So try not to get political. I mean, I have my belief and I have my I have certain things that I believe in, but I try to do something different. Me and my wife worked for a pig farm for a while and stripped and ship them to Missouri once in a while to show farm to sow farm. Oh, the sow farm for that company is actually in Ada. Really? The sow farm. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know if I could work for anybody that had pigs in a farm like that. I hear I guess I just watch too much stuff on YouTube with those kind of situations with farm hands, and there's some scary stuff I've watched out there on YouTube with the pig farmers and farm hands. So hopefully you guys were okay. I just couldn't do it. I don't know. I just couldn't. I'm just too weary of people. Andrew wanted all to know he is driving. Hold on one second. Let me see what that message just said from my work. Oh, if I don't. Andrew wanted all to know that he is bringing. Made me read that. Come on. Hold on. Sorry about that. Hold on for Jesse. Wonder why Tammy called me. Yeah, I had a lot of farmhands that I trained to be truck drivers back in 2012, 2013, or was it 2011? But yeah, a lot of farmhands coming through, looking to be a truck driver, and they didn't last a week. They wanted to go back home. He's like, so when do I get to go home? And I looked and I said, well, unless you get lucky and you get dedicated route, you're not gonna be home for at least a month, sometimes 2 months. And he's like, are you kidding me? I said, yeah. I mean, I could put in a good word for like the Walmart account. I know the manager there, and I know this one's really the account that I was on was a really difficult account to get on. I got on the auto leave account because my trainer he had a really good relationship with the manager, and so he talked to her for me, and she's like, oh, I'll try him out. And I did pretty good, but when you're a trainer, I went through the training. I don't know if you heard that story before, but I went through the training and got certified to be a trainer for CR England. And the students wouldn't show up. They'd make you late. They had to be at my truck at midnight. And that's why they were late. Or before midnight, because we shipped out. We left around midnight 30, because I had to pick up my deadhead, or my trailer, had deadhead to my trailer, pick it up, and be right on the road. And he was supposed to sleep all night long till morning. Thanks for all the likes, guys. Yeah, hit those likes, hit the hearts, hit the smiley faces, and all the support really does help. If you're coming in, hit that like button when you're coming in, and show me some love here, and hit those hearts. But I do appreciate it, guys. But yeah, it was cool. But yeah, I met some pretty cool guys out there that pretty decent people. A lot of crazies too. out of a class of like 80 or 90. Because I went to the 2-month, 3-month college to get my CDL. I took the college course and the driver's course at phase 1, phase 2. But maybe 14, 10, 14, 10 to, between 10 and 14 people stuck around and actually graduated out of like 90. But yeah, hit that like button, guys. I do appreciate it. And look me up this weekend. I'll be doing a live stream a couple nights, maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And all the love and support you guys show is awesome. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. And hopefully I'll have another video uploaded for you guys here pretty soon. Just got to finish editing some videos. I was actually watching some of them earlier. No, I don't need my let's see here. Is this the... No, I think it's the other one, dang it. Yeah, it's the other one. It's the other card. How you guys doing? Let me know where you guys watching from. Let me know if you're subscribers or if you're new to the channel. Dang it. What's up with this SD card? I wonder what company that is in Ada. Which one is this SD card? Oh, there it is. Oh, no way. There's the footage for the four-wheeler. Go back, go back, go back. How you guys doing tonight? Let me know who's in the live, join my live stream, and where you're watching from. If you're new to the channel, or if you've been here, or if you've never been here before, or if you've been here, you subscribe. Let me know, guys and girls. We were just going over some stuff that I was planning on this weekend for another adventure, outdoor adventure, and some lives coming up this weekend as well. What time is it already? 7:30 p.m. You guys can always go back and watch my live streams. I upload them every night when I'm done. I'm actually going to turn that on. Let's see what that... I'm just going over some edits on my computer for my channel for my upcoming videos. This must have been last fall. No, this fall. This was this last fall. How you guys doing? Yeah, I'm just watching a video that I took, or some recordings I took on my GoPro this last fall. Yeah, I might edit that into my next video. That's a good footage there. Yeah, so you guys will be able to watch my lives this weekend. I'm going to try to find a spot out on my property that I can go live again. I'll get all set up And from looking at the weather, it looks like we're not supposed to have the storms that we were gonna have. Oh no, this is 2 winters. This is 2 falls ago. Maybe. It could. No, it could have been last fall. But I'll be doing some more outdoor bushcraft cooking, and but I'm definitely gonna set up some canopies this weekend. Maybe a hot tent, or if I don't do a hot tent, I'll do another brand new tent that I have. I really want to start doing some hammock tenting too, or hammock camping too. No, that was before. But anyways, yeah, I appreciate all the love and support you guys show this channel, and I appreciate all the watch time you guys are putting in on my videos. It's really helping out. We're just kind of doing a short live tonight. I let my subscribers know, my viewers know that I'll be doing a live. So I'm just kind of seeing who all is going to come in tonight. But yeah, I can't be on for very long. Oh no, this was further back. This was definitely 2 winters ago. How you guys doing tonight? Let me know who you guys are and where you're watching from. Yeah, I did this video already. What's this one? Fishing. I do a lot of fishing and camping, outdoor camping, and bushcraft cooking, all that kind of stuff in my videos. How you doing, Andy? How you doing? Savannah, Georgia. I love Georgia. It's so beautiful back there. They got a lot of humidity out there in the summertime, that's for sure. A lot of good fishing though. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Cool place. A lot of ginseng out there too in the hills, right? Sweet. That's awesome. Do you catch them, or do you just let them grow up in there right now, or do you actually catch them? Small ones. Right on. How big is your pond? Do you stock it yourself, or do you have somebody stock it, like the conservation department? When my grandkids come over, we catch and cook. Oh, right on. That's awesome. Yep, I started digging a pond on my property, but I didn't keep up on it. Hey, thanks for the hearts, guys. Appreciate it. I didn't keep up on it, so it kind of broke out the back end, and now the stream just runs through it. I don't stock. It's about 80 yards across. Okay. You don't stock it, huh? Is it stream fed? Thanks for all the support, guys. I see those hearts going by. Thank you, thank you. I think it's kind of bright, isn't it? Okay. Well, have you lived there for a long time? Did you build the pond, or was it there before you? Oh, okay. So somebody must have stocked it before you got there. Yeah. Yeah, my brother. Yeah, my brother. His last place up here in Missouri, out in Lincoln, he used to have a pond. We stocked it all the time. The only bad thing is all the turtles. How you doing, Make? How you doing? Thanks for joining my live stream tonight. Who's the greatest king? Jesus, Elvis. But ever shoot slingshots all the time. How you doing, Juiceberry? How you doing? Thanks for joining my live stream. Yeah, right. Duh. but but yeah, I love shooting them little steel steelies. They called steelies. RUNL. But yeah, I used to be pretty good. I used to be pretty good with the slingshot. I used to be really good at just throwing rocks. Could hit bottles from far away. It used to do a lot of throwing. But my brother used to have a pond, and the bad thing about the pond was the turtles would eat the great big bass, and so we tried to fish for the turtles. If we saw them up on the bank, we wouldn't kill them. We would just take them far away, and we had quite a few ponds around his property, and huge bass in those properties or in those ponds. But the problem was the turtles, great big old snapping turtles, and I've actually seen quite a bit of huge painted turtles as well come out of those ponds. They climb up the bank when they want to lay their eggs, and you can catch them easier. Bullfrogs are awesome. I'd love to dig a pond and raise bullfrogs out of there, and so I can put them in the freezer. I love the sound of bullfrogs at night too. How nice and thoughtful. Thank you, Andrew. I gotta turn the daggum phone off there. I'm getting all kinds of messages and phone calls and all that kind of crazy night. But yeah, I love setting up my camp right next to a pond. When we were kids, we used to go out to the pond and lay down in the grass and camp just under the stars. It's pretty cool. We have our fishing lines out in the water, and yeah, I love them frogs though. I love them big old green frogs. Yeah, you know how to catch them frogs, don't you? I sleep by the pond during meteor showers. Right on. Where'd you say you're from, Andy? Yeah, we used to watch foxes come out on a full night. The foxes would come running down the field towards the pond, and then they'd get a wolf of us laying there in the grass. They'd get a wolf of us and take off running. But they used to call out, and it was pretty cool. We always thought they'd come down and bite us if they got too close to us, but they're pretty cool animals. But yeah, we the one way I used to catch them frogs is just dangle a rapala in front of them, sneak up on them if you can, and then take your fishing pole and hang out the rapala over top of them, and then just kind of like wiggle it in front of them, and they'll jump into the rapala, and then you got one. Sounds kind of bad, but we used to do that with the big bullfrogs so we can cook them up. Yeah, frog legs is one of my favorites. Oh, I love frog legs. Never heard of that one. Yeah, try it. I guarantee you it'll work. As long as the frog doesn't see you and jump in the water, as long as you can get that rapala in front of it, he'll go to bite the rapala and he'll get snagged on the treble hooks. We caught them every single time when they did that. We used to catch them all the time. But we'd go out there before dark, just before dark, and then we'd shine the flashlight on them. We'd shine the light around looking for all the big frogs and the glowing eyes, and we'd find them great big old bullfrogs and catch them, cook them up. Yeah, if I yeah, I still like that. That's why I'm saying I wish I could go out there and find a pond like that. I probably could. Somebody bought my brother's old property where we had a bunch of ponds all around us, but I know the guy sold the. I helped him buy it because we owned it, and I sold it for my family. And he's like, you can come out here and fish these ponds whenever you want. They got a lot of bullfrogs, so I might have to get my GoPro out there and make a video doing that. But I don't know how many people would like that. So, but hey, it's fishing, right? People go bow fishing for catfish and for gar, and so why not? So, but yeah, they're pretty good. You ever tried frog legs? There's a pond that's full of tadpoles now too. Yeah, where I was fishing in my last live stream, there were 3-inch tadpoles. They were probably like that long. Just great big old bullfrog. Oh, I'll have to check it out. You'd watch it, okay? I'll have to figure something out. I'll have to get a hold of him. He's kind of a seasonal guy that owns that property now at that my brother's old place, but he bought all that land up there, so I'll have to figure out. I think I can get a hold of him and see if I can't get out there with my GoPro and my fishing stuff. And that the ponds over there, they had some big bass. I think the biggest one that I caught was a 6-pound bass, 6.5-pound bass. It's a good pound bass, a good sized bass out of a pond that it's like almost like what you're talking about 80 yards, about 100 yards maybe wide. It's longer than it is wide, but there's 2 ponds. There's a dike in the middle, and it's in the middle of the woods. You got to go down to the woods to find it. But if you don't know about it, you'll only see it from the air. Yeah, yeah. I caught a 6.5-pound bass. It's on. I do believe I have a short. I think I'm holding it, or my brother's holding it. Yeah, go through my shorts and see if I go through my shorts. Go through my short video and you'll find it probably. Yeah, it's. I think it's in one of my short videos. And all I did when I caught it. Yeah, a little humor there, but blooper, right? But all I did was I had one of them dancing frogs, them plastic rebel frogs, and it floats, but the back end of it kind of sits there like this in the water. So I cast out there, and right when it hit the water, big old huge bass just hit it like that, just hit it that fast. So I made a perfect cast on that one, and it fought really good, but I took that, and my brother was like, "Oh, let me put that thing in my freezer." And it was before I started doing my YouTube. Otherwise, I'd have let it go. But he's like, "I'll cook it up for us. I'll throw it on the grill." So I let him cook it, and it was dang good. I think I'm a better bass cooker though. I like to take my bass and put them in tin foil with lemon and all the seasonings and stick it in a charcoal barbecue. Put the lid on it and come back about an hour later, check on it, put some more lemon on it, and just let it just the bass will just blossom. Once you get all them scales off and leave it in there like that, let it just smoke in there. It literally will, the fish will be like up in the air like this. It won't be flat. The meat actually stands up, and then you can just pick it out of there like an onion blossom. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah. Butter, lots of butter, but just let it just cook it. Just cook it right in there in the barbecue. But yeah, you just cut the tail, cut the head, clean it out, scale it, and put it in there with all the seasonings. Pretty dang good. That way you don't have to sit there and fry it up and do all that kind of stuff. It just cooks nice, and it's just tender white meat when it's done. I just say when I do it, I just say I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not going to cook this fish in a hurry. I'm going to let it cook real slow. Turns out real good too. But yeah, that pond, you'd catch them every time you went fishing. Oh, I caught a 2 pound crappie out of that pond too. So somebody stocked that pond with crappie. We I think we caught catfish out of it, but mostly largemouth bass and crappie and panfish. That was good. I still want to do some videos fishing out of ponds. They're almost better than the lakes sometimes. But we grew up fishing out of ponds too. So how you doing, Kiki? How you doing? Thanks for joining my live stream. Andy, hey, thanks for joining my live stream, Andy. Good to see you again. Oh, that's you, Andy. Sorry, I get used to checking out the new people. Did you say India? Who, me? No, I didn't say India. Indiana. Oh, Indiana. My eyes are bad tonight. No, I've been to Indiana plenty of times, but no, I'm talking about Missouri. But we grew up in we were from Arizona, but we moved around a lot. And where are you at? I'm in Missouri. I've got property out by the Lake of the Ozarks, but we grew up for a number of years in Virginia, where we did most of our fishing growing up. Lots of pond fishing. Yeah. What was the other message? I, Prima Noctra? Oh. No, I don't like that. Sorry. I don't I don't agree with that. Right on, right on. Yeah, when I was a kid growing up, all throughout high school, I always wanted to get to the Colorado River and do some catfishing. Yep. Yep. Red breast. Yep. Oh, I love those. Catching those all the time. That's great. Arizona's got some great big ones out there in those lakes. Find a nice deep spot and take your sonar out there, and you can find schools of bluegill and red breasts that are as big as your hand. I mean, those suckers are huge. Yeah, I used to catch a lot of great big, huge bluegills in Virginia too. We used to live on Smith Mountain Lake out of Virginia, and then when we lived on a couple farms there were ponds all over the place. So we just went to the ponds and fished out of ponds that had bass that were 10-pound bass in those ponds, probably bigger. Problem with those places though, they have great big old snapping turtles, great big alligator snappers and common snapping turtles. So those big fish get eaten. They'll take a chunk out of it, and then when it dies, they'll just eat it. Eat them up. Eat all the big old bass. So wish there was a way to keep the. I guess you'd have to manage the pond the whole entire time. When you saw, a turtle, take your 22 after it. I think that would be the only way. Yeah, my brother's caught a bigger bass than I have. My older brother. He actually had his mounted and put on the wall. I think he might still have it. I don't know. I have to ask him, but I can't remember what that was. Maybe, you know what though? I caught an 8.5 pound bass out of Spring Fork Lake, so I'll have to ask him. I'll have to ask him how much that bass weighed. I might have beat him. In one of my videos, you can see a couple of my videos. You can see that great big old bass I caught. Have you watched any of my fishing videos, Andy? I caught a monster out of Spring Fork Lake. I'm still trying for his granddad though, because I heard there's record sized largemouth out of that lake, and cats too. I actually seen some big cats eating off the shore, close to nighttime. Yeah, check out my. You'll see a few of the kayaks. I modified a kayak or a canoe. Put a transom on the back of the canoe. I cut a big chunk out of the back. Put a transom on it. So I could use my trolling motor, and I put some seats, some swivel seats in it, so I could sit back and enjoy it. I have a battery maintainer on there, so a little solar panel, so I can go all day long on that kayak. Have the battery in the back and a box up front that holds all my gear in it, and I can tie it to it in case I flip over and I don't lose my gear. But that's a fun one. So it's an old town kayak, and then after that I started buying a canoe. Sorry about that, old town canoe, and then I started buying kayaks. But the kayaks are kind of buoyant, and not as buoyant as I want them to be, like the canoe. So I got to look for a bigger kayak. I wouldn't mind if that thing was 15 feet long and at least 3.5, 4 feet wide, just because it just be more buoyant. Just something made for the lake instead of the rivers. You couldn't use it too good in the rivers, but we should do a co-live sometime. A lot of my subs would like to sub to you. Hey, have them. Send them over. All you got to do is send them over, but I'd love to do a co-live. Just let me know how to do it. Yeah, that'd be right on. That would be way, way cool, man. I'd really appreciate some of your friends coming over here. I think they'd like some of my fishing videos on there, my kayaking videos. And hey, how you doing, ACB? Nice to see you here. Thanks for joining my live stream. Thank you. Hit that like button when you come in. It really does help me. Yeah, let me know how to do it. Anytime you want. Just let me know, Andy. Let me know when you want to do it. If you know how to do it, that'd be cool. Let me know. Hey, I know how to co-live. Do you? Yeah, I haven't learned all the ins and outs about this going live. I'm new at it. I've got probably 20 lives. 10-4 would be fun. Yeah, most of my friends are all slingshot hunters, fishing, knife throwers. Hey, I do all that too. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, yeah. If you want, send them a message, and if you talk to them, if you do a live stream, shout out, and we'll figure something out for helping me out. That's freaking awesome. Okay, let me screenshot that real. Edit. Yeah, that screenshotted it just so I can check it out. But oh wow, I wish I could. I'm up at 2 a.m. and I don't get home till after 12, after 1, sometimes after 2 p.m. But yeah, I'd love to do an AM. I might do that. I might try to do a live AM live. I don't know how it would be. I mean, most people have to work, don't they? I mean, 9 to 5 or 7 to 5 or whatever. I'll check that out though, ABC. Yeah, thanks for joining my live stream. Hang out for a little bit. I'm not a big channel, but slingshot folks are great. Maybe Saturday. Yeah, right on. I'll be out in the Ozarks on Saturday, but definitely look me up, and or join my look on my channel and go to my community and leave me a message on one of the videos, or just figure out how you can leave me a message and let me know. Um, but I'm gonna try to do a live out there. The only problem is my signal's kind of in and out. It lags a lot out there. Either that, or I'll try a different spot where I can do a good live. And then, but Saturday, that would be cool. Saturday morning, yeah. I should. I do a lot of filming or videoing with my GoPro, but I'll have to do a live. That'd be awesome. Time's at 8 o'clock. Dang gummits, 8 o'clock already. Yeah, I'll have to do that. I'll have to get out my slingshot too. Yeah, I've got those steelies that I like to use. I used to use rocks a lot when I was a kid, or rounds, rounded rocks, lake, by the lake or something. But get into those little those steelies, and man, you can aim pretty good with those. They come with most of the slingshots that you buy, or you can buy them too at Walmart. But yeah, definitely let I'll go on. How you want to do that? I'm an hour ahead in Georgia, but I'm free most of Saturday. Okay, I'll look you up on Saturday, and that would be freaking awesome. I'd like to be down to my property because I have a lot of property, that a lot of mostly woodland. I cleared out probably half an acre, but it's a long drive, like a long road, and then it goes up into a great big huge open area where I do a lot of camping. And there's a lot of area that we cleared out in the front where I can go camping, but otherwise the rest of it's really thick woods right now. Yeah, so it's kind of longer than it is wide, and so I've got quite a bit of land that's out there, but it's pretty awesome. I'm still in heaven when I go there. At least I feel like I am. It's just you can barely hear any traffic because it's there. There is a road that people drive on, blacktop, and a lot of people live out there. But when I get my drone up in the air, there's only like one person living, two people, three people living around the area, but they're not close to my land. And then there's nobody for miles the backside of my property. So I was actually out there in the back of my property cleaning it up, and I just sat down to take a break for a minute. I heard a turkey gobbling, so I started gobbling back at it, and a guy come walking up. I'm like, dude, you're on private property, man. He's like, oh, I got lost. Sorry about that. I said, dude, I've been listening to you the whole time. You've been walking my property for a long time. So I never seen him after that. How you doing, Rose? How you doing? Thanks for joining my chat, my live tonight. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I just was sitting there on a log a tree that I cut down. I'm just sitting there eating. I'm like, I just calling and like a tom, and this guy come walking up through the woods, and I just seen him. I'm like, you're trespassing, dude. What are you doing? I didn't yell at him or nothing. I just said, can't be trespassing, and told him where the property was, and so he didn't come back. I have actually never seen the guy again. He could have been that. There was another guy that come up on a 4-wheeler out off the dirt road in front of my property, and it's kind of like down in a ravine. So he come down, and a lot of people ride up and down that road from time to time on their 4-wheelers. But he pulls into my drive and gets off his bike, and he has his daughter, and he's like, hey man, do you mind if I hunt the back of your property and go through your property? I'm like, nope. Yeah, I do mind. I don't want anybody back here. Nobody back here shooting guns, and I'm always out here, and I don't feel like getting shot. And I don't like people trespassing because I'm responsible for you if you get hurt on my property. He was so butthurt about that. I'm just like, you're gonna have to go clear up and around. I don't know you. I don't know who, I don't know what you're up to, what you're doing, but definitely not. I feel like, didn't matter if he had his daughter or not. I'm still not going to let people come on my property and go hunting back there. I got trail cams, so I go up there all the time, check it out. But I got them all over the place too up there. I got 26 trail cams out there in all those trees. Yeah, exactly. And they'll bring their friends, and their friends will eventually come out there. Oh, he gave me permission. Or they'll lie to me and say, oh, yeah, he's here. I'm just meeting him here. And yeah, no, I'm not into all that. I'm not into all that. Yeah, exactly. And I told him, I said, I've got cameras here. So there's no trespassing, man. No trespassing. Sorry about that. You'll have to talk to somebody else that's got property out here. And then he started trying to argue with me. It's like, really? First of all, I wouldn't just walk up to somebody I didn't know and say, hey, you mind if I hunt on your property? Come on. So there's just too many. I'm not from Missouri, but I've met some people that I wouldn't trust them if I was friends with them. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's nope. This is where my family comes out, and that's all. Those are the only people that have permission to come out on my property. But most of the time, I am here when they come out. But I gotta turn the light on. It's getting kind of dark in here. Can you see me? Okay. I gotta have a different light than that. Oh, this is done. Maybe I can turn that on. I got them old camping lights. I'm charging for my upcoming video, so that'll work, I believe. But there we go. So, but yeah, I've got toms on my property too, and they might be part of the group that I let go. I let go about 15 toms off my property. Just let them go wild after they got so big. I'll upload a picture and show you my toms. There, I was sitting on a tree stump that I cut down the tree, and they were surrounding me, and those things they're huge. I'll upload a picture. I'll try to do that tonight when I get off my live. I got to go here pretty soon anyways, but I'm definitely going to try look you up on Saturday morning and and see if you're on live, and then I'll be camping out there in the Ozarks, probably most likely on my property. I just got to get out there tomorrow after work and do a bunch of mowing. Excuse me, before I get set up. But if I can't get a signal at all, I mean, I could probably get a signal now that they got more towers out there. But yeah, I have some deer stands up in the wood, the trees too, and I think that the only thing I can think of is he came out there from the backside and seen my deer stands in the trees. I get up there and just sit. I can sit there all day long and with my GoPro and watch the deer come in, watch the turkey walk underneath, and that's why they're up there unless I want to hunt one year. But I think he saw those deer stands and he wanted to go hunting off my property back there and wanted to see if he can get permission. Since I have all the deer on my property, it seems like I do. I counted almost 30 heads of deer on my property because I got salt licks, mineral licks, and they come up there. I got a lot of morels that grow up on my property, and so in this one huge field that I have that I cleared out, and so I have a lot of deer there, a lot of buck. Got them all on my trail cams. But I think he was scouting out my property. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't. I don't know. I don't have people come out there a lot. But one time I was out on my property and I had a plane flying around in a circle. And it was a Cessna. And like it was the one that the sheriffs use. And so I'm sitting there watching that Cessna. It's in the fall. I didn't have any leaves on the trees, and so I'm standing down there feeding my animals, and I'm just watching this plane circle around me. And I could see the pilot. That's how low he was, just above, right above the tree line and the top of the trees. And he was circling forever for at least 10, 15 minutes, and then this SWAT. Sorry, I'm saying it wrong. 3 SWAT guys come walking up on my property. I only seen the 3. I had they come up right off the road out front, and then 2 other guys come around the backside of my Martin building. I'm like, what the hell? Using had those assault rifles on them, and I was like, what's going on? And he said that they were looking for a guy that was one of my neighbors, lived up on the hill, just not, as you're coming into my property, there's a couple cabins up there. But I guess him and his neighbor got into a gunfight with their pistols, and one shot the other guy, and then he took off. He fled out of the area, and the guy in the plane said that I looked like the guy, so they gave him the coordinates where I was, and they walked in on my property, and I was pretty shocked to see that. But they held the picture up next to me, and they said, "No, you're not the guy." I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, "Do you know this guy?" And I looked at the picture. I said, "Nope, never seen that guy before. I just know that there's people living around here." And my neighbor knew him, so because he lived up above her. And they stood there and we talked for a little bit, but then they left, and it was the craziest thing, come walking up on my property with assault rifles. And I was like, stand there, and then 2 other guys come out behind my barn. I was like, what the heck? I said, this must be serious. I said, you must be linked to that plane that's flying around my property. He's like, above my property. He's like, yeah, that's us. We thought that you might have been the guy. Well, come to find out, he was up in Kansas City, Missouri. He went up there. He fled up there, and so they said that he might be in the area. I thought that was crazy. Really crazy. But that's probably the craziest thing that ever happened to me on my property. But anyways, I'll look you up on Saturday night or Saturday morning and see if you're on live, and then everybody else that comes in, if you guys want to check out my live stream, check out my channel. I have all my live streams on my channel. I'm gonna end my live tonight here, guys. So but I do appreciate all the love and support, all the subscribers, and all those hearts you guys do support my channel a lot. So I do appreciate everything you guys do. Also, check out my videos. Trying to grow my channel, so watching my videos and subscribing and commenting and sharing my videos is really helping my channel grow. So I do appreciate everybody for doing that. Check me out live this weekend. I'm also going to be doing some videos this weekend and doing some outdoor camping again. And I'm going to change it up a little, mix it up a little bit. So hope to see you guys there on my live. Otherwise, I hope to hear from you guys in the comment section. And check out my channel also. I've got a community section that I leave messages for all you guys to come in and watch. If you'll subscribe to my channel, you can always comment on the on the uh, comments. So in all the videos that I put up and all the messages that I leave for you guys. But I do appreciate it, everybody, and hope to see you guys. Hopefully you'll subscribe and stick around and watch my videos and be part of this channel. You guys have a good night. We'll see you guys this weekend.